Practice doesn't make perfect, but practice makes improvement. Hello YouTube, welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Bethany, and today, as you can tell by the title, I am going to be reflecting on my 2021 year, going over some of my goals for 22, but I really just want to keep this kind of a chat, casual thing, so I'm going to be doing my makeup while I talk to you. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, what are you doing? Sorry, the pupper's in here being nosy with some stuff in the floor, making all kinds of noise. Yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. I have a clean prepped face, but I don't have primer yet. So I'm going to be doing the Hydrating primer from Hard Candy. This is really nice and grippy. It's basically just like the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip. But yeah, so 2021, y'all. We have been through it the last couple of years. 21, I think, was even more difficult than most of us were hoping that it was going to be. A lot happened, you know, with Miss Rona, politically. A lot of us dealt with, you know, some added anxiety and depression just from being separated from loved ones, and with everything happening, like, it was a lot. But with that being said, you know, there were a lot of positives too. And for me specifically, you know, I got to go home and see my family twice this year, which was a blessing. I separated from the Air Force. You know, I did one tour, so I did 4 years, well, just over 4 years. And I got out back in February, yep. And after that, I went home and visited my family a little bit before, you know, getting a new job, which thankfully, another blessing, was easy for me. My clinic where I worked at while I was in active duty had a job opening, and I basically went right back to work doing the same thing I was doing while I was in the Air Force, but as a civilian. I know not all veterans are that fortunate when they separate that they immediately can just get a job like that, so I really am thankful. Let's see, what else this year? Oh yeah, big one, this house. Andrew and I moved out of our own separate places when we got out of the Air Force and got this house together. So that has been a big blessing. Yes, it has had its moments. It's not been easy. This house has been a lot of projects, a lot of man hours, particularly for Andrew, because as much as I would love to help and I'm trying to be there for emotional support or like hand him stuff, I'm not really a lot of help when it comes to fixing things. I am not handy in that department. I'm coming from living in an apartment where I get in an app and put in a maintenance request when something is wrong and they come fix it for free. I'm not complaining. I love having a house. It has been really nice to just have all this space to ourselves. We don't have anyone living above us, stomping around making noise like I did before. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah, having a garage, and then a heated garage at that, because Andrew had a heater installed. Has been so nice. I used to go out in the mornings every day and like scrape ice off my car and start it 20 minutes early so it would be warm by the time I got in, but I don't have to do that anymore, and that is just so amazing. See, what else? You know, I got to take a trip earlier this year, I think it was in February, up to Fairbanks with Andrew and some other friends. To the hot springs, which was kind of on my bucket list of things to do while I live here in Alaska, and I got to do that. It was cold, but the hot springs were nice and hot, so it was a fun trip, even though we got stuck in some really deep snow. We had a moment there. It was a little scary, but, you know, we got out and we had a lot of fun. As far as some of my more personal things that happened in 21 were, I struggled. It was a tough year for me mentally. I definitely feel that I dealt with a lot of anxiety, depression, a lot of really deeply rooted self-confidence issues, because it's just like daily I have been bashing myself, because the last 2 years I've been steadily putting on some weight, and this year in particular, after separating from the Air Force, I really packed it on. And I do struggle with my relationship with food. I do struggle with some disordered eating. I did see a therapist for about a month this year, which was nice, but I felt like he wasn't exactly the best fit for me, so I quit. But during that time we did talk about some of my food related issues, and I just think that this year I want to explore that a little more, come to the, you know, root cause of my issues, and really work on bettering my relationship around my food, my body, my weight. But I'll get into all that I want to achieve in 22 in a little bit. But yeah, so 21 definitely was tough mentally, but like I said, we made it through, and honestly, I am really looking forward to this new year. We are a week, not quite a week and a half now into January already, which is crazy, of 22. And I've really been trying to decide how I want this year to go. I didn't really come up with revolutions? Jeez, I can't English today. Resolutions. But I do have some goals I want to put in place, some systems this year to help me achieve those goals. And a lot of it is centered around my health, both physical and mental. So one thing I have really wanted to work on is improving my daily schedule, my daily routines, because this last year I feel like I really did the bare minimum a lot. I woke up last minute every day that I could and would just get ready pretty quick and get out the door and go to work all day, come home, and just mentally be so worn out that I didn't want to work out, I didn't want to go to the gym, I didn't want to do any of my hobbies. I basically didn't do any YouTube hardly last year. I didn't do makeup as much as I used to. I didn't read as much as I really wanted. I read 6 books last year. This year I want to read 12, but that's another goal. But yeah, I got away from all my hobbies, anything I was interested in, and this year I want to get back into those. So I really want to come up with a daily routine. In the morning, I want to get up, spend 10 minutes without looking at my phone to just journal, you know, reflect on how I want the day to go. I want a positive mindset. I'm just going to, you know, really focus on today's going to be a good day. We're not going to start it out negatively. I want to try to work out a couple mornings a week. I hate mornings. I'm not a morning person, so I'm not going to push myself to do it every day. But for now, I want to attempt Mondays and Wednesdays to get up and do 25 to 30 minutes of cardio. Nothing too crazy, just a little bit, to warm up my body, really get me feeling good for the day. And then I want to do a 5 to 10 minute makeup routine every morning. I really want to try and look my best every day, because when I look my best, it automatically makes me feel so much better. I don't know what it is. I can throw on a little bit of concealer, mascara, whatever, just something to make me feel a little more put together and presentable, and I automatically, without even thinking about it, have a more positive outlook on the day. I look good, therefore I feel a little better, therefore I'm like, okay, today's gonna go pretty well. And I feel like even if the day is rough, I'm a little more forgiving of myself if I mess up. I don't obsess as much. So that is why I really want to work on a morning routine in particular, but I also want more of an evening routine. I want to come home, do a workout, mainly like strength workouts in the afternoons. It doesn't have to be long, 30-45 minutes, that's all I really need. I just want to move my body, be active, burn some calories, and feel better, feel stronger. And then, you know, a lot of time for shower, hair routine, whatever it is I need to do, my skincare. Then make myself a healthy dinner. I want to definitely try to cook a little more this year. I feel like last year I didn't do it quite as much as I should have. And then, you know, sit down, eat my dinner, have TV time, spend a little time, you know, with Andrew, depending on his schedule. We get a few minutes to the whole evening together, just depending if he's on days or nights. So yeah, I want time to be able to spend with him. But then I also want to give myself like an hour before bed to really wind down. I want to try to move away from just watching TV in the evenings to reading for 20 to 30 minutes, then actually doing a little bit more journaling, fill out my gratitude journal. So even if it was the tiniest thing that day, I want to write it down if it made me happy, because I want to be able to go back at the end of the year and reflect and really see, okay, there are a lot of positives. Like, I know I tend to focus on the negatives, but there are so many good things that happened to me. I got really into talking to you guys and I forgot I was doing my makeup. Gosh, what step am I even on? I don't think I'm even gonna do any contour. I might just do some blush. Let's see. But yeah, I want to show you guys. I bought this Blogilates Fit Journal. I know that these have been in Target for about a year now, but this is the first time I've bought it. It is a 12-week like fit focus program. It's super cute. It just, you know, goes over, like, write down your why. Why is it that you want to go through this and you want to lose weight and get healthy? Like, because your why is what pushes you through those moments where you feel tired and you just don't want to and you might want to quit. So you need a solid why to really get through those 12 weeks. But then it just gives you like your physical goals. It has spaces for your, you know, your weight, your body fat, your body mass. I'm only doing weight and measurements, like inches, centimeters. I do not believe at-home scales are accurate at all for muscle mass and body fat. I just don't. I feel like you really need to go somewhere to have those measured, and I don't think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to focus on my weight, how I feel, and like my centimeters around each body part. But yeah, then it just gives you mental wellness goals, your fitness goals, bonus goals, nutrition guidelines that you want to set for yourself. It gives you like an inspo page where you can put like quotes and things, explains how to take all of your measurements, and then it just goes basically day by day, you know, week 1, and then it gives you like the daily tracker, your grocery list for the week, and then what you ate for breakfast, lunch, dinner, like snacks. If you do macros, it has fat, carbs, protein, calories, when you woke up, when you went to bed the night before, how you're feeling about the day. This really wants you to focus on like how you're feeling and your moods and how they affect your overall health as well. But yeah, you just do that every day, and it goes through week 2, 3, 4, and then at the end it has like a full recap about, you know, what you lost, what you gained, and your like mental wellness. Like, I think it's a good little journal. I'm hoping having this will help me stick to the next 3 months, just really get this year started. I don't even know what color blush I want to go in with today. I think I might do this Honest Beauty one. Super cute, look at that. But yeah, that is one of the goals that I want to achieve this year. Let's see what else. I lightly touched on it, but I want to get back into therapy. Okay, sorry, overheated. But as I was saying, I do want to get into therapy. I did a month or so last year, and that just, it was a great introduction, but I was attempting to do like online therapy and just felt like it wasn't a great match for me. So I really want to find someone in person to go to and just discuss a lot of the things that I go through, as far as the low self-confidence, the eating issues, the anxiety, the occasional waves of depression that I sometimes deal with. Just, you know, things that we're all going through. I feel like therapy is good for everybody. Some other goals that I have that aren't as like deep. I kind of mentioned it earlier, but I want to read more. I read like 6 books last year. This year I want to read 12. I really want to try to read 1 book a month. And I have a bunch like just sitting there on my bookshelf, but I also want to go and like pick out something that I'm excited to read. I'm not into like non-fiction, so I'm not talking about like self-help books or books that you feel like have to have some type of purpose. I just want to read. I love sci-fi, fantasy, some romance, like fiction. It's my type of thing. That's what I'm into, and that's what I know I'm gonna read. If I go out and buy non-fiction, history, whatever, I know that those are just gonna sit on my shelf and collect dust. So read what you want, guys. You know, it's still good for you. It still gets you off the phone and away from the TV, so I'm all about reading whatever genre you're into. As far as my YouTube channel, I am currently at 400 subscribers. My goal last year when I started the year was to get to 500, but I really only posted like 3 times last year because, like I said, your girl was struggling with motivation. So this year I want to reach 500. If I could get to 1,000, oh my god, that would be amazing. But yeah, 500 minimum. 1,000 would be my end of the year, 100%. We're doing this, this is our goal. But I think it's achievable. Since I'm at 400, you know, I think if I stay consistent, you know, really enjoy the process, work on my editing skills a little bit, I can get there. I can do this, and that's my goal for this year. Something else I would like to do is make some new friends. Like, I just have had a hard time with it. While I was in the Air Force, it was easy. I made some excellent friends. I try to keep in touch with them, but they've all moved, you know? That's the thing about the military. People move on all of the time, so they're all in different states. A bunch of them are in different countries now, so I just feel like a lot of times I sit around the house and I don't do anything anymore, and I mean, with Miss Rona, that's kind of the theme of the last couple years anyway, but I would really just like to meet some like-minded people, so I want to get out and maybe try and take some classes or something this year. Like, I've noticed Anchorage does small pottery classes, and I did some pottery in college. I do have an art degree, but I haven't touched it since basically I graduated college, so I think that would be fun. There's a lot of things you could get into. If I find a gym that I'm into, I would like to find a gym that has like classes and stuff but is still somewhat affordable, because you meet people like that, you know? I miss like cycling and Zumba and all that sort of stuff. It's tough meeting like friends as adults. Like, what do you guys do? Like, how do you get out and like meet new people? And you know, I just need 1 or 2. I don't need like a giant group. I just want a couple of people that I can go get mimosas with on Sunday, or hang around and watch reruns of Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter, and occasionally do some shopping or get a manicure together. Like, I live in Alaska, but I'm not super outdoorsy, and that's the tough part. So many people want to go hiking and fishing and hunting, and it's just not my thing. And that's kind of why it's also been tough up here. So this next goal is going to be a little vague for you guys. I have kind of a dream for my future. I haven't talked to a lot of people about it yet, and I don't think I'm ready to discuss it on YouTube yet because I kind of want to do more planning. I want to have a solid idea of how I'm going to achieve this goal, how I'm gonna, you know, work my way into it from where I'm at currently. I'm sorry, I know that's like super vague, but it's one of those things that I want to kind of work in silence until you achieve the goal type thing. I just feel like some things are better if you keep to yourself, because sometimes when you share goals with people, they're not always going to agree with you. You're not always going to have support from everybody, and I feel like I'm just going to work in silence, and if I figure out how I'm going to achieve it, I'm gonna go for it. And this is the year for that. And you know what? I'm tired of doing things just because it's convenient, or like I feel like that's all I know. I want to do what I want to do, and I want to figure out how I'm gonna make it happen, and this is the year for that. I feel like I want just a little color on my lids. Yeah, we're just gonna go in with a little bit of this matte bronzer. Put a tiny bit, probably should have done this really before I put on mascara. It's okay, we'll make it work. Another goal I have is to work on my eyeshadow skills, because they are not there. Honey, I struggle so much with eyeshadow. I don't know why. Like, I'm okay with 1 or 2 shades usually, but I try to follow all of these like super cute eyeshadow looks that I find on YouTube, and it just never looks right on me, or I just don't follow it correctly. Honey, I don't know, but we'll get there, you know? Practice doesn't make perfect, but practice makes improvement. And you know what? I think that's the theme for my year. New year, bettering, improving me. Not necessarily new year, new me, because I don't need a new me. I just want to work on me. Well, to be honest, I can't think of anything else as far as goals that I have for this year. My biggest thing, yes, is just self-improvement. I constantly want to be bettering myself. I want to, work on my health. I want to work on my physical health, my mental health. I want to work on, you know, just getting away from the phone and the screen time, and that's why I want the reading, the journaling. I want to be more mindful. I want to be intentional, and that is kind of my overall goal and theme for the year. And so yeah, I am almost finished with this makeup look as well. So I think that I'm about gonna end that video here. I'm gonna put a little bit of setting spray on my face and work with this greasy hair. I gotta do something with it. But yeah, thank you guys for listening to me ramble about my 21 and my goals for 22. But I hope that you guys are having a great start to your new year. I want to know what your goals are. Please let me know. If you share some of my struggles from 2021 and how you're improving those this year, let me know as well. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the little notification bell so you see my upcoming videos as well. I love you guys. Stay safe, and I will see you.